Hello guys! Today, ang ituturo ko sa inyo is all about illustrating triangle inequality theorem. Okay, let's start. Triangle inequality theorem. It states that in any triangle, the total length of any two sides is always greater than the length of the remaining side. Okay? So it means, madali lang naman siyang intindihan, okay? Ibig sabihin, sa ating triangle, so ang triangle, meron siyang 3 sides. So, pinapangalanan siyang A, B, and C. Ang tinutukoy lang naman sa ating triangle inequality theorem, okay, any two sides sa ating triangle, kapag pinag-add mo yun, kailangan lagi siyang mas malaki doon sa natitirang side niya. Okay? So, para mas maintindihan nyo to, example na agad tayo. Okay? So, for our example number 1, you have 3 strings of lengths 12, 14, and 21 cm. Can this form a triangle? So, ang tanong kung makaka-form daw ba siya ng triangle. So, we need to check for 3 things lang naman, which is etong nilagay natin. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ang gagawin lang natin is mag-a-add lang tayo ng any two sides. Kailangan yung sum na yun is always greater dun sa remaining side natin. Which is, binigay siya dito. Hindi lang pwedeng A plus B lang. Okay? Kailangan lalaroin mo siya. I-check mo lahat. Okay? I-check mo lahat yung A plus B, A plus C, tsaka B plus C. Okay? Kailangan lahat yun greater than dun sa remaining side na hindi mo inad. Okay? If greater than siya lahat dun, then it means makaka-form ng triangle yung ating dimension or yung merong string lengths na 12, 14, and 21 cm. Okay? So first, let's assign a variable for our 3 sides. Okay? So 12, 14, and 21. So ABC na lang natin to kasi C is the longest side. So 21. So this is A and B. Okay? So first, let's check yung A plus B must be greater than C. So yung A natin is 12 plus yung B natin na 14. So dapat daw mas malaki ito sa C natin na 21. So 12 plus 14 is 26 greater than 21, which is true. So this is true. So it means na-satisfy na agad natin yung ating first condition na A plus B must be greater than C. Okay? So ngayon, i-check naman natin yung ating second condition, which is A plus C must be greater than B. So we have here A plus C must be greater than B. Okay? So yung A natin is 12 plus yung C natin na 21. So kailangan daw mas mataas to sa B, which is 14. So 12 plus 21 is 33 greater than 14. So is 33 greater than 14? Yes, so this is also true. Sabihin, mas mataas pa rin siya. So check tayo dito sa ating second condition. So check naman natin yung ating last condition para ma-determine natin kung makaka-form ba ng triangle yung may ganitong lengths. So lastly, we have B plus C must be greater than A. So B is 14 plus yung C natin na 21. So this must be greater than yung A na 12. And then we have 14 plus 21 is 35 greater than 12. Is 35 greater than 12? Yes, so this is also true. So check tayo sa ating third condition. So it means, yung tanong na can this form a triangle? The answer is yes. Okay? Using this lengths ng string natin, makaka-form tayo ng triangle. Okay? Malinaw ba yon? So, yun lang naman yung ini-state sa ating triangle inequality theorem. Kailangan, pag pinag-add mo, any two sides dun sa ating dimensions or sa ating lengths, kailangan mas mataas siya dun sa remaining side. Okay? So, let's proceed to our example number 2. So, two sides of a triangle have lengths 7 and 28 units. what is the range of the possible values of the third side? So ngayon, given tayo ng 2 legs, ano yung possible values ng ating third side? Okay, so hindi siya eksakto, range lang ang hinihingi sa atin. Okay? So, we have here 2 legs. Okay, so 7 and 28. So, yung ating triangle, hindi na to right triangle. So, wala na tong hypotenuse. Okay? So, pwedeng may longest side, pero wala na siyang hypotenuse. Okay? So, first, i-identify muna natin yung ating legs. So, 7 and 28. So, we named 7 as B and 28 as A. Bakit? So, kailangan yung A natin is laging yung longer side. Okay? Sa binigay, syempre kasi meron tayong 2 legs no? So, yung A natin, siya yung laging mataas. Okay? So, ngayon, bakit ba tayo nag-identify ng A and B? Kasi, meron tayong formula to find yung possible values ng ating third side, which is given by A minus B. So, A minus B must be less than yung ating third side, which is yung X. And this X must be less than A plus B naman. Okay? So, bakit natin na-formulate yung ganito? Dahil din sa ating theorem. Okay? Yung kailangan, pag in-add mo yung 2 sides, kailangan mas greater siya doon sa remaining side. So, by doing this, lagi lang tayo makakakuha ng values, okay, na kapag pinag-add mo, mas malaki siya lagi dun sa ating remaining side na hindi in-add. Okay? So, ito yung formula natin to find yung possible values. So, range siya. So, substituting yung ating A and B. So, A is 28 minus 7, which is, this must be less than X. Or X must be greater than 28 minus 7, but less than A plus B, which is 28 plus 7. Okay? So, simplify natin to. 28 minus 7 is 21. And then, copy natin. And then, 28 plus 7 is 35. So, interpreting this, ibig sabihin yung X or yung third side natin must be greater than 21 centimeter. Okay? So, hindi kasama yung 21. Kailangan greater than 21 siya. So, start siya sa 22. Pero, less than 35 para maging triangle pa rin yung ating given. Okay? Kasi yung third side, hindi naman siya unlimited Dahil meron nga tayong sinusunod na theorem. Okay? So, yun yung nagiging restriction natin na hindi pwedeng all real numbers lang yung sagot natin. Okay? So, ito yung kapag nakaganitong notation. So, kapag naman naka-other notation siya, kapag naka-interval notation, you can write this as X equals 21, 35. Okay? Yung ganitong notation, it means from 21 to 35 without including yung 21 and 35 kasi naka-parenthesis siya. Okay? So, ito yung answer natin. Ito yung possible values. Ito yung range. Okay? So, proceed tayo. If 2 sides of a triangle are not congruent, then the larger angle lies opposite the longer side. So, sa madaling salita, using yung ating figure on the right, triangle XYZ, if XZ, so ito, if XZ is greater than XY, so mas malaki daw ang XZ sa XY, then yung measure ng Y, so ito yung Y, yung measure nito is mas malaki sa measure nito. Okay? So, angle naman siya. Okay? So, yun lang yung tinutukoy. Kung mas mahaba yung XZ, yung opposite na angle niya, mas malaki. Okay? So, kung nagkukumpara ka ng dalawang side, kung ano yung longer side, yung opposite nun, mas malaki yung angle nun sa opposite nung shorter side na pinagkukumparahan mo. Yun lang yung sinasabi dyan. And then, if 2 angles of a triangle are not congruent, so, meron naman daw tayong dalawang angle ng triangle na hindi magkaparehas, then the longer side lies opposite the larger angle. So, using this figure on the right ulit, we have your triangle ABC. If measure of A, kung ang measure daw netong A is greater than sa measure ng ating B, so kung mas malaki naman daw to, mas malaki yung A kaysa sa B, then yung opposite ng A, which is itong side BC, mas greater daw siya sa opposite netong B, ng angle B, which is AC. Okay, so baliktaran lang sila. Okay, so para mas maintindihan nyo to, let's give some examples. Okay, so example, find the smallest and largest angle in each triangle. So for our first example, we have here a triangle whose dimension is 6 inches, 7 inches, and 8 inches. So ngayon, gagamitin natin yung statements na binanggit natin kanina to find ano yung smallest angle and ano yung largest angle. So ang titignan natin lagi sa smallest angle is syempre yung smallest side. Okay? So ano ba ang smallest side sa ating first triangle na ito? Syempre yung 6 inches or yung AB. Siya yung shorter side. Okay? So it means yung opposite na angle ng side natin na ito, ng side AB, is the smallest angle kasi siya nga yung pinaka-maiksi eh. Okay? Alam ka namang maiksi ka pero malaki yung buka ng angle mo, ng opposite mo. So, hindi siya ganon. Kumbaga, directly yung relationship nila. So, since AB is the smallest angle, or rather the smallest side, the angle opposite to this side, which is etong C, siya yung opposite, is the smallest angle. So, for our smallest angle, our answer is C. Okay? And then, for the largest angle, syempre, hanapin natin yung longest side, which is etong 8 inches. Okay? So, if 8 inches is the longest side, opposite ng 8 inches or netong side AC natin or line segment AC, ang opposite niya is B, siya naman yung largest angle. So, largest angle is B. Okay? So, smallest angle is C, largest angle is B. So, ganun lang siya kadali. Okay? I-analyze nyo lang yung ating figure and iti-take note nyo syempre yung ating mga theorems and statements. Okay? So, for our example number 2 sa part na ito, kindly comment down your answer sa ating chat box and let's see if naintindihan nyo na yung ating lesson for today. So, find the smallest angle and largest angle lang naman to. So, you can use yung technique na ginawa natin sa first example kung paano natin dinetermine yung smallest and largest angle. Okay? So, that's it for our video for today. I hope may natutunan kayo and maraming salamat sa panonood.